Yeah, it's the Monday before Christmas, isn't it, man? We are smack dab in the middle of the Christmas season. But I have to ask you, in the midst of all the hustle and bustle of last minute shopping and getting ready for Christmas dinner and all that good stuff, do you hear a knock at the door? Well, hey everybody, yeah, today's your Christmas edition of the Monday Morning Moment, but it's going to be a little different, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. But I will tell you this, we have 3 solid gold nugget Bible verses for you today, and one of which will be one, well, you may not have picked it for, a Christmas edition. But I want to start by talking about this guy, William Holman Hunt, who I'm sure you know. No, never heard of William? Probably not. Well, William was a late 19th century British artist, and I want to share with you today one of his paintings called Light of the World. And he was inspired to paint this painting by your first Gold Nugget Bible verse today, which is Revelation 3:20. Let's take a look real quick. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and dine with him, and he with me. I have to share with you that this may be one of my all-time favorite works of Christian art, simply because as a visual person, I'm kind of blown away at how well the artist has captured the verse of Revelation that I just read to you. And but let me point out a couple things to you. If you look at that door, which I would say represents the human heart, it's a big, heavy door. And do you notice that things are growing around it, the vegetation at the bottom? And, that door hadn't been opened up in a very long time. And if you look at Jesus's countenance, his look is very sad and somber, like he's been knocking on that door. He's been knocking on our hearts for a long, long time. Nothing's happened. And finally, take a look at the door and notice there's no doorknob, there's no handle. In fact, there's no way that Jesus could come in unless the person on the other side lets him in. And finally, take a look at the lamp, and this brings us to our next Gold Nugget Bible verse from Psalm 119, verse 105, which says, Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Well, if you notice in this painting, that lamp is the only thing of any illumination. Everything else is fairly dark, except for, of course, the moon, which is a halo behind Jesus. So I think it's very symbolic, and I hope you get something out of this painting and the meaning. And here's why I've shared it with you. I wanted to give you something a little bit different other than the usual, let's don't forget the reason for the season. But, that is important, obviously. But I wanted to give you something a little bit different. So I want to close this off by giving you the last Gold Nugget Bible verse. It comes from Matthew 1:23. You'll see where I'm going with this. It says, Behold, the virgin shall be with child and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which is translated God with us. So that, combined with our Revelation verse from today and our exquisite painting, I just want you guys, hopefully during the holiday season, as we're all celebrating, and I can't wait either, it's always good, take time every now and then to think, God is with us. Jesus is knocking on the door of my heart every minute of every day. And my hope and prayer is that if you haven't done so already, you're going to open up that door and let Jesus in. Because if you can do that, your life's going to change in ways, good ways, you never imagined. So think about that over the holidays. All right, it's also the beginning of Hanukkah today, so to all of our Jewish friends, I'd like to say Happy Hanukkah. For everybody else, I just wish for you a meaningful holiday season and filled with joy and everything good in life. And finally, may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and in every way. The Lord be with all of you, especially during this holiday season. Now, friends and neighbors, we'll be back next week with your year-end version of the Monday Morning Moment. I hope you will tune in then. And until then, we'll see you.